Duke Luca Abel tore down the original palace in Karnaca, where his father once pinned a medal to my chest. Over the ruins, the Duke built a structure that cost enough to feed everyone in Serkonos for years. A sprawling estate to humble all others, a monument to his ego. I owe it to the people of my homeland to make this right. In Dunwall, we were content to look the other way as long as the silver kept flowing. I've got to get inside the Grand Palace, deal with the Duke, and find a way to steal Delilah's soul.
Can you feel it? This is my last night. Soon, I'll dissolve into the great nothing.
You deserve peace, my love.
I've stayed too long. Find Delilah's spirit. Trap her with this cage of dead flesh. Set me free.
I don't understand.
You will, very soon.
Aristocratic boss, living in a palace and sucking the marrow out of the same people who built it.
Yes, I regret my affiliation with the young Duke, but his father and grow up and learn that his actions as ruler are very real.
He could always count on the backing of Dunwall's finances and navy. Maybe without that, he would have developed a healthy respect for the people.
Now we're going after the one who started it all. The Duke himself. I forgot the thrill of it. Planning drop-off points, picking the approach, thinking about the best ways to kill somebody who lives behind high walls. But with the excitement, there's a black echo that comes back to me for what I did at Dunwall Tower. If anyone deserves killing, though, it's Duke Luca Abel. I've loved a number of women, and even a couple of men. But I've never loved anyone like my Deirdre. After I left home, those first years on the streets, she's all that kept me from the bottom of the river. I could sleep on a pile of garbage under a leaky awning as long as she was there with me. sharing a tin of potted meat or a bottle of brandy. We nicked during the day. The Duke and his little brother came through Dunwall. And Deirdre and I got in their way as they stepped out of their fancy coach. The Duke goaded his brother, calling us wharf roaches. And it was the brother who swung the stick that killed her. Splitting her skull, there were wooden gazelles on top of the coach. And I snapped one off and drove it into his eye, as deep as it would go. Deirdre was already gone. Dead as a doornail. Lying in the muck, staring up at the gray Dunwall sky. On the run after that. I was hunted by the City Watch and even members of the Grand Guard up from Zirconos. People looked at me like I was cursed, spitting whenever I got close. Everyone knew I'd bring trouble. Even the gangs. The Duke's brother has been dead for a long time. But now's my chance to get back at Luca Abel for setting him off against pretty, young Deirdre. Nothing was the same for me after they took her away.
Push out into the harsh world. You are alone, but for a few allies.
Are you ready for this?
I've broken into palaces before. They're made to keep out armies. Stopping a single man who's dedicated to his cause, that's another story altogether.
Getting inside might not be the hard part. The Duke doesn't exactly run a tight ship.
Taking down Duke Abel is only part of the puzzle. You've also got to find whatever it is he's keeping for Delilah.
You were cryptic about what you gleaned from visiting the Dust District, which is fine. The world is better with a hint of mystery. But once you're inside the Grand Palace, whatever you do could affect things in Karnaca for years to come. Remember that.
I've got a map of the Grand Palace for you, and I know something that may be useful. There's a hidden lever in the pantry that opens a passage to the Duke's vault. If he's keeping anything precious for Delilah, I suspect that's where it'll be. Beyond that, good hunting.
I'll see what I can do. I know things in Karnaca are fragile. Emily and I have a lot to think about after all this is done.
I hope I've been of some help to you. It's good to feel useful here near the end of my time.
Huh? It's not widely known, but the Duke has a body double. The man is the spitting image of Luca.
Meet me at the skiff. It's likely that the palace is trashed. They say the Duke lives like a 12-year-old tyrant. Ready to visit the Duke?
Time to get going.
At the palace, the Duke has a lookalike body double, meant to confuse assassins. A friend of mine washes the linens and said the double is a smoker, if that helps. Maybe you can talk to him. She says he's a nice guy. What a shitty job, pretending to be a tyrant like Duke Luca Abel.
Why don't they just overthrow him?
He's got an army, control of the mines, and he's had your support from the capital. At the Duke's parties, people carve up the country while eating boiled crab.
There were parties like that in Dunwall. toadies sucking up to Emily made me want to be back on the streets in Serkonos.
You're forgetting what that's like. I watched those party lights from the roof of the abandoned butcher shop where I slept, in the flooded district.
I know you struggled. After years at court, I'm a nobody again. But what I've seen here will stay with me when I return to Dunwall Tower. Being in Karnaca again has given me perspective.
Good. After you've eliminated the Duke, find what he's holding for Delilah and take it. When you're finished, I'll pick you up in the skiff.
Too much chance of grand. Straight off the boat. Now, I got a friend over at the shop. Been running protection for black market shops for years. Years here in Karnaca. So there's basically no risk. Spooky. Someone grabbing people off the street. What do they want? Hopefully they'll just leave me alone.
I told them it was the wrong time of war, but they don't want to listen to me. Next time I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Why does she want that apartment? Dust everywhere, no matter what you do.
Hey, you're a good one. You know, there's a place near here, in some rocks behind a fountain. People have always left offerings there. That's where I started having those odd dreams. I don't go there anymore, but you might want to check it out. I used to live here a long time ago. Can you believe it?
Push out into the harsh world. You are alone, but for a few allies.
bastard. Now we're getting somewhere.
There's no such permit.
Outsider's crooked cock.
Laws change. The Duke's given the Grand Guard leeway to create new fees when needed. You know who else had a nice shop? That clockmaker.
Serafina? Her shop burned down.
Yeah, my report said it was probably the Howlers. But no one knows how the fire started.
Captain, her brother died in that fire.
Asleep inside, drunk. From what I remember, you've got until tomorrow to pay up.
Are you all right?
So, let's see. What was it?
On you bastards.
Good to me. Yes!
Hey, open up. I cut the code, but it's back on the boat.
No exceptions. Either you have the code, or I assume something's off. My boss's orders.
Damn, open this door.
You know I won't do this. You're wasting time.
See you sometime. People here are... See you sometime.
Yesterday was quite a night at the palace.
nice tonight. Are you in?
After
You
last
bet.
time? No.
The time will not flee, but intervention.
You're back at the heart of your homeland. A bigger, better palace than the one you sailed away from so long ago. Feeling nostalgic? Will you ever be comfortable in Dunwall again? Assuming you make it back? You've seen the suffering here, the decay, but, dear Corvo, would you even have lifted a finger if the Duke hadn't put Emily in harm's way? Be honest now. In any case, I know what you're after. The heart you carry can only hold one spirit at a time. So, if you want to walk out with a piece of Delilah, you better be ready to leave something behind.
Impertinence! No one says no to me. Not if they expect to be paid, that's for certain.
Overseers are still waging war against the Howlers in the Dust District, despite everything else going on. That's what happens when you've got someone like the Duke running.
Things are about to change in Karnaca. I can feel it. My husband's been trying to sell our woodworking shop. If we can, we're packing up the kids and relocating to Morley. Bristol's in chaos with everyone fighting over the new Empress, and Tivia's too cold.
back.
Welcome. Please be at ease. Our establishment is secure.
I'll get the cigars tomorrow. Want to buy one?
Let's see. I have some upgrade plans for your gear. This is what I have for upgrading your equipment. A pleasure to do business. Very good. A deal well made. You get the customers you deserve, I suppose. I wonder if we'll have a visit from the new Empress, Delilah. Karnaca could be her summer residence. The prices reflect the exquisite quality of the items offered. My father was the official milliner at the palace, and his father before him. Come back soon, if I'm still around.
Why is there a wall of light protecting the palace anyway? Who's going to attack a man like the Duke?
look over there.
Sure, he knows how to talk with the boss. What a lick spittle. Who's fooling around?
This whole setup is a huge pain in the ass. Timing windows that ignore the tides, fake boat manifests, and private door codes. Might be easier just to play it straight. Pick up and deliver goods. Anyway, so I don't forget it. The code for the black market shop is Zirconin wine is better than Tivian prisons. Idiots.
You're going. I've been fighting scum like you since I put on the...
anything. Just gotta watch my own back. Something feels wrong. What's happened? Could be anything. Just gotta watch my own back. Something feels wrong.
Got the answer about my transfer inland. Relocation denied.
Look on the bright side. The pay is better here than anywhere else, and we get to do the job how we see fit. Nobody's pestering us with forms and procedures anymore. We collect the fees we want and give out the beatings when they're needed.
I just don't want my kids growing up here. It's too dangerous.
Then reapply next month. The command staff changes constantly. New officers, new rules. Spread a few coins here and there.
Presence.
No, not at all. But how do you know which one is the Duke? I don't know where they found that guy with the political decoy job. But he looks and acts just like the Duke. I can't tell them apart.
There are subtle differences.
All right. Assuming you can pick out Duke Luca, how are we gonna get his key?
You leave that to me. Who knows what he's got in that vault? We'll be halfway to Bristol and rich before he's nursing the next day's hangover.
That's a good plan, the way this place is run. You sure he always keeps the key with him?
I'm sure. We'll do it tomorrow night when there's only one squad scheduled for patrol. Just be ready.
The palace. Maybe I can find another way to neutralize the Duke.
Decided to protect the Duke's quarters tonight?
Nope. As long as it's not me, I don't care. It's never in. Fun.
I'm not sure it's worse, the Duke or his body double. One's half likely to have you flogged for looking at him wrong. The other might just bore you to death.
Still idling. Take this opportunity to back-charge second coil.
Once was a man from old
What a day. The dinner service is late. The bar...
It feels like we're living in an age of wonders. No plague, no war, no taxes, if you know the right people. New machines and new ideas. We eat the finest foods and we're guests in the Grand Palace.
The old woman living in the alley behind my apartment died the other night. Did I tell you? The Grand Guard took her yard.
What would you do if you were the Duchess of Serkonos or some other ruler? The Queen of Morley or even the Empress?
More of what I already do. Screw.
Why should I trust...
You've been warned. I'm going to call for help.
Where she had her silver-embroidered jacket made. Some kind of trouble?
I've always hoped I'd see the other Isles. I've heard the wages in Tibia are twice...
Let's see what Duke of Bell keeps hidden away in here.
The machine has completed another full instruction set.
Delilah Copper Spoon. This must lead to the Duke's vault, but I need his key.
Extra diagnostic playback loop.
You have to understand.
Reintroducing graphite.
Never-ending paperwork. What's the point of being my father's son if I have to slave away like this? Sometimes a man just needs time by himself. My responsibility is way upon me. Never-ending paperwork. What's the point of being my father's son if I have to slave away like this?
Makes no sense. Anyway, I'm not the one who did the kissing.
Sometimes a man just needs time. I don't think I invited you. For Delilah!
I bet this opens the Duke's vault.
That's hot! This at least gives me a sense of meaning. I feel like myself, right? Sometimes a man just needs time by himself. My responsibilities weigh upon me.
Playback for detection registered.
How strange it is to see my face on all the coins in Serkonos, and not be able to spend a single one. Myself right now. Sometimes a man just needs time by himself. My responsibilities weigh upon me.
Playback for detection registered.
How strange it is to see my face on all the coins in Serkonos, and not be able to spend a single one.
Anyone here?
Being put up on the scale like some prize bull each week, told to gain a pound or two to keep up with the good Duke. No offer to bow or kiss my hand.
I'm not that kind of visitor.
A mystery. Let's have it then. Who are you and what do you want?
You're the Duke's double, aren't you? I'm here to take him down, but I might need your help. Do you want to listen to what I have to say?
All right, you've figured it out. But if you're not here to assassinate the Duke, what do you want?
I have no doubt that you'd be a more agreeable Duke than Luca Abel. If I wanted to depose him without having to cut out his heart, could you convince people that you're the Duke?
That's bold, I have to admit it's crossed my mind. If people believed that I was actually Duke Abel, and that he was the political decoy, we could have him committed for lunacy. We could convince everyone that the Double's finally lost his mind and believes he's the Duke. I've spent years perfecting my performance. But there's a catch. He's got a medallion that I need. Even if I sound convincing, which should be the easy part, his Grand Guard officers will ask to see the medallion as proof. Luca never puts it aside.
All right. It shouldn't take me long. Once it's done, I'll be leaving the city. Soon after, I'll send instructions from Dunwall, and I'll expect a great deal of flexibility and cooperation on your part. There's still time to pull Serkonos back from the edge of the cliff. We can undo the damage Duke Abel has inflicted.
I'd like that. But I'll guide Serkonos in the ways I see fit for the people here, not as the hand-chosen puppet of your empire. If you agree with that, just render the Duke unconscious and bring him to his chambers. I'll handle the rest.
Who's there? What the? Stop!
That's it then. Now it's up to me. I'll take the medallion and call them.
I'll be watching. Break a leg.
Don't worry. I've spent years mimicking this asshole. Captain Almeida, come at once to my chambers. There's a problem. Quick, hide up there. Yes, Captain. Please arrest this clown. Seems that he took his role a little too seriously. Get your hands off me! He served me well for years. We'll never find anyone else who so bears my resemblance. Take him away, Captain, but be gentle.
I think I understand, Your Eminence. We'll handle it.
What? This is outrageous. I'll have you all skinned alive and set in a salt bath. If only there was something we could do for him. I suppose all those years pretending he was me, that eventually took its toll. No! Stop! I am the Duke of Serconis! You can't do this!
Dr. Hypatia at Adamire will know what to do with the poor man.
The Duke's vault.
Push out into the harsh world. You are alone, but for a few allies.
When this plays, check central rotor. This playback indicates some without certainty. At this point,
of course, the Duke kept some of the clockwork soldiers for himself.
Those around you cannot see me.
Old scars run deep, don't they, Luca?
story once of a sailor caught forever in a fog. It had traveled with her across all the seas.
This is the...
I am that sailor. This is it. You must release me from this dead vessel. Only then will you be able to trap Delilah's spirit.
Jessamine, your spirit comforts me. How can I let you go?
I've given you all I can, my love. Tried to guide you. Now our daughter will need you.
Be at peace, my dear Empress. Star of my sky.
Your eyes, your hands, your heart. With my last thought.
Then it's done. Now it's time to return to Atlas.
Was this the heart of my half-sister? Only her flesh remains.
I wonder if it was even really alive.
Jessamine is gone at last, faded into nothing. Her reward is peace. You will never gain back what you lost here. She gave you her heart, and you threw it into the void. I inhabit two impossible places at once.
Something and happier.
A prison of dead flesh, after a prison of bones. You will take me back and die at my hands.
I'm still trying to get my head around this. It's incredible.
That should do it.
You survived the Grand Pass.
So, is that it? The fall of Karnaca?
The Duke's had a change of heart. Things are shifting.
Back to the dreadful whale, then, and on toward Dunwall.
It looks that way. To find a way to help Emily, and to give her back the throne.
Ready, then?
Come on, let's leave this place.
All right. As you want.